Hi, my name is Gibson, and I'm the creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about 5 key ways to cultivate more intimacy in your romantic relationships. So the first thing that's really important is to practice setting intentional time. And this is something that I see, especially like in my practice when I would work with couples who've been together for years and years, a decade, multiple decades, where there would be like these sort of excuses that happen, right? It's like work got really busy. Then, we had kids, and then we got into a position where it was like we're burnt out from work and from having kids. And there's so many responsibilities that we're behind on, chores in the house, all these different things. And so there's these justifications when you're tired, when you're busy, to not have like a date night once a week, or to ignore, just being able to go out and practice being present with one another in a romantic relationship. And what I would see instead is like, oh, couples getting tired and just watching Netflix together, or just, getting into bed and reading in the same bed beside each other. And it's like, if you don't have things that are investing so that both of you are present with one another, that's like vitamins for your relationship. Like those are like things that help to strengthen, nurture it. It's not always fun to like take your vitamins first thing in the morning and to remember these things, but it's like, these are the things that infuse your relationship with nourishment. And without those things, I would see so clearly week to week, couples having a much more difficult time withstanding criticism, challenges in relationships if they weren't actually emotionally connected week over week. And I would actually see small shifts that quickly. So for example, maybe one week, one part of the couple would say to the other, I don't like when you don't pick up after yourself. And if they had a strengthened bond that week, if they had a date night, if they were feeling connected, if they made time for each other to be present, if they had some good, healthy habits, somebody could receive that and be like, I hear that. Okay, let's talk about it. We can work on it. If that week they had hardly connected at all because there was, everything was too busy and things were chaotic, then that comment would be really taken to heart by the same couple, even though it was like, not something that was necessarily meant as a criticism. It was meant as, a conversation. And so I really would see a lot of changes based on like, are you intentionally connected or not? Number 2, create habits around this intentional time. Don't just set goals or set, intentions, actually have habits. So do like a weekly date night, or do a morning coffee routine first thing in the morning and an evening tea routine or something like that. So you've got these like 15-minute blocks of intentional time. And ideally, a really great baseline is one date night a week and one 15-minute session, whether it's in the morning or before bed, of being completely present, phones off, everything away. And I found this to be a really great framework that strengthens and nurtures a relationship and the connection. Number 3, keep getting to know one another. Ask deeper questions. There's many different parts of a relationship that need to be nurtured when it comes to creating intimacy: the emotional connection, the physical connection, the mental connection. Each of these are 3 separate segments, and they have to sort of be watered. And this means like getting to know what one another's needs are in this area, be checked into meeting those needs, how one another receives love in these different areas and closeness in these different areas. Emotional connection could be about opening up and sharing fears and vulnerabilities, or being in touch on a regular basis about your day. Physical connection can be obviously sex, but it can also be cuddling, hand holding, just sitting close to one another when you're next to each other, just being like tapped in physically, sort of like physical touch, love language. And mental connection has a lot to do with like sharing our thoughts and opinions and ideas. And some people really get a lot of connection out of like a healthy debate in a relationship, or, really opening up about important topics and opinions and discussing things and sort of going into the details of things. And so it's really important to nurture all of these different areas and to not just overly invest in one specific of those 3 arenas. Number 4, do not be afraid to share small details about your life and your day. This might sound like a funny thing, but this is a game changer in relationships. Like if you come home and it's like, how was your day? Good. How was your day? Good. that might be easy and you might not feel like you have a lot to say, but it's also building a wall. But if somebody says, how was your day? Good. These are three things that happened at work today. This is what happened, with so-and-so. This is what happened on my lunch break. This is what happened in the evening, or I had this project. If you're just sharing little details, you're bringing that person into your life on a regular basis and vice versa. And that helps us feel connected to another person, like we see them, like we know them, and like we are also seen and known. And these are very important dynamics of being in a relationship, and part of what drives the subconscious mind to invest in relationships in the first place. And number 5, have a weekly, are we meeting each other's needs conversation. Be checked in, tune in, ask questions. One of the biggest reasons that relationships fail is because people are out of touch with each other. They're not meeting each other's needs. They haven't been communicating about needs. They haven't been keeping tabs on their own needs to begin with. And then when our needs are not met, we start seeking outside the relationship a lot of the time. And this is a big root cause for why, affairs happen or cheating happens. And I'm not at all saying that this is like the only reason. Like, obviously people should be in integrity and it's that person's responsibility, absolutely, as well. But when it comes down to root causes, and lots of conversations I've had over the years with people who were practicing infidelity in a relationship, a lot of people would say need XYZ wasn't met for months and months and months, if not years and years and years. And I just couldn't take it anymore. And somebody came along who was, meeting that need. And I strayed and I didn't mean to. And so, having a conversation where you're tapped into needs, where you're discussing these things, massive for relationships as well. So these are 5 habits to keep track of on a regular basis. A great place to start. If you want to do a deep dive into like understanding the 12 key drivers of what creates a securely attached relationship, a healthy, thriving relationship, I've got an entire course just on this. We have a free trial for it for 7 days. You can click the link in the description box below. It's called 12 Key Pillars to a Secure Relationship. Then you can take these pillars and you can model like, okay, what am I currently practicing? What am I not practicing that I need to start building off of? And you can take that information and start applying these things to your life. And so again, you can check it out for free for 7 days. There's a link in the description box below. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.